What's up, comic book fans, readers, collectors, cover lovers? Everyone is welcome here at Nerdy Geeks Comics, no matter how you collect. Today is Saturday, July 26th, 2025. I will be doing my FOC video for Monday, July 28th, 2025. And unlike the last 4 weeks where my FOCs were dropping, I went back up a little bit, but I still managed to stay under 30. So I'm still saying I'm doing good, but I could be doing better. I'm going to blame Star Trek. That's all I have to say. Let's go ahead and get to the list. All right, guys. As I said, this is my FOC list for July 28th, 2025. Let's go ahead and get to the list. First, we have Catwoman, number 78. This is cover A by Sebastian Fiumara. Really nice Catwoman cover right here. And we have Catwoman number 78. This is cover C by Dan Panosian. Really great art. Catwoman on her obviously custom bike right there. You see the meow on the gas tank. You see her helmet with the ears on it. Really nice cover right here. And now we have Exquisite Corpses number 4. This is cover A by Michael Walsh. If you're not reading this, guys, I suggest you at least pick up the first 2 issues because issue 1 is 64-ish pages. It's a quick read. Like you get introduced to a lot. You meet a lot of characters, but they're so different that you remember these characters. Maybe not so much the people manipulating it, but even those are vastly different. But you definitely remember the contestants. They are completely different. It almost reminds me of the Warriors, how each gang had its own little identity. That's exactly how Exquisite Corpses is when it comes to the people competing. And the reason I said to give it the first 2 issues a chance is because issue 1 is just building up, giving you all the backstory that you're going to need until you get to the next issue. And once the next issue starts, backstory's done. Let's go. You know, Tinian knows what he's doing. He is a master at this now, and this is such a fun series. Here we have cover B by Adam Gorham. You know, it's funny about this cover because this character is all over the covers ever since issue 1. This character is on every single one, and this character, at least in the first issue, appeared in 1 panel. Not 1 full page, not a few pages, 1 panel. But this character is everywhere all over the covers. And next we have cover C. This is Michael Walsh polybagged variant. I do like picking these up because these do come with the playing card. Because if you don't know, this series is going to be not going to be turned into. It is going to be a tabletop card game. When you pick up these polybags, they come with the trading cards in them. There's actually copies of the trading cards on the back page if you want to cut it out. But if you buy these, it comes with it. And I believe 1 out of every 10, there's a foil card. I was able to pick up the first 2 foil cards, but I did not get it in the 3rd issue. So hopefully I get lucky with issue 4. Maybe I'll try my luck and buy a couple more polybags to see if I can get a foil card out of it, because I would like to get that whole set, but we'll see what happens. Here we have cover D. This is the Puppeteer Lee stealth variant. So every issue has come out with a stealth variant, which is basically they don't announce the artist and they show the covers late. But this one, they actually have the artist on there, because even last FOC's copy, the name of the artist still isn't even on there. The book's out. But these have been really nice covers. They're all Virgin variants, so they've been really nice. Here we have Krypto, the Last Dog of Krypton, number 3. This is cover A by Jay Lee. And this has actually been a really good story. Like I was actually shocked and surprised whenever I read issue 1. I'm like, that wasn't bad. And then when I went to issue 2, that was a good story too. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with Krypto in his adventure before. I don't want to ruin anything, but yeah, this has been a fun story. I'm gonna pick up number 3. I've really enjoyed it. So, you know, if you bought it for the cover, crack it open, give it a shot. It's actually a pretty decent read. Here we have Superman Unlimited number 4. This is cover B, the Mark Spears variant. Not my favorite Spears, but you know what? I'm still gonna pick it up. It's a pretty nice Superman. You have your older Superman on here, maybe your Kingdom Come type of Superman. You know, I would have liked a little bit more blue. You know, he looks really shiny and foily, but I'm still gonna pick it up. I'm actually grabbing 4 copies. Here we have This Ends Tonight number 2. This is cover A by Jay Lee. So I actually did a review on this on my Saturday show, On the Lookout. And number 1 was a trip, guys. Like, this book is crazy. You know, it's your story of 2 sisters who are in Vegas, and it's a revenge tale. But what ends up happening is completely insane. They go to a club. They look like they're just out for a good time. There's a dancer on stage, and one of them gets pulled up. The other sister realizes that he has some type of markings on him, so she knows he's an assassin. She quickly dispatches him, and then it turns out that a quarter of the club was full of these assassins, and they have to run to the back to escape. And from there, it's basically like, hey, we got to survive. One sister knows what's going on, the other one doesn't. And as one sister's trying to protect her other one and herself and defend them, she's also getting asked, you know, what's going on, what's happening, why is this happening? And she's trying to explain it to the other sister while she's also trying to protect them. And from then on, it just gets crazier. You think, okay, I got this. And then the things that come into this story, it's just like, what is happening? By the end of the book, or the end of issue 1, you're not sure what's happening. But then it turns out that this series is a 3-part series. And it seems like every issue is going to be a different story, but they're all interconnected. Because you do notice that things happen in the background, and they'll actually put a little word bubble in there saying, "Oh, we'll find out about them in a later issue." So, it's crazy, but I'm here to see how it all ties together, how it all ends up. Plus, you're really not sure how this one ends, even though you see the ending. So, if that sounds interesting to you guys, pick that one up. And then this is so cover A and cover B are connecting covers. And this is the 1 in 15 Jay Lee Ninja connecting variant. So of course I'm gonna have to pick that one up. And we have cover E by Tula Lote. Tula Lote does some amazing art. I don't know why 2 people would be posing like this, but okay, nice art. Here we have Vamperella Armageddon number 2. This is cover B by Leslie Lyrics Lee. My wife does collect Vamperella. She really likes it. And we are both Lyrics Lee fans, so we're gonna pick this one up. As always, there was a ton, maybe 10, 15 covers of Vamperella, but this is the one that we really like. Here we have Bring On the Bad Guys, Mephisto number 1. This is cover A by Lee Bermejo. So far I've been picking up all of these, specifically the cover A's by Lee Bermejo. He's just an amazing artist. I love picking up his work. He does such a great job with the characters. And so far I've read Green Goblin and what was the other one? Abomination. That's what it was. And I actually enjoyed both. I feel like they really portrayed who the characters are, and I really liked it. So now with Mephisto, I'm looking forward to seeing this one, to reading this one too. Here we have Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe, number 1. This is the second printing, 1 in 25, Mark Brooks black and white Virgin variant. And we have a great Godzilla here. I mean, this cover is so good. I loved cover A. I picked up the 1 in 100 Virgin variant. And as you can see here, Mark Brooks' pencil work and ink work is so great. I mean, all the characters are still detailed. You can tell who everyone is without the coloring. I'm definitely picking this one up. And now we have Jeff the Land Shark, number 3. This is cover A by Gurihiru. You got Psylocke, Wolverine, and Jeff. And Jeff is obviously matching the tone of Wolverine as they're going to attack something. And of course, I'm gonna pick up the Luciano Vecchio variant with another great Psylocke, Wolverine, and Jeff cover. The 1 in 25 Paco Medina variant. Well, this is just Jeff having fun with Deadpool and Wolverine. And what I find funny about this one is that Jeff and Wolverine seem to be the ones having fun, and Deadpool looks like he just doesn't care at all. Or usually you would have thought it was Wolverine looked like that and Deadpool having fun with Jeff, but it's a good cover. Next, we have Miles Morales, number 37. This is cover A by Federico Vicentini. Yeah, there we go. I love Miles Morales. He is my favorite Spider-Man right now. I just love his stories. I love the character, and I'm definitely picking this up. And also, I want to say that character on top, maybe there's 2. I think there might be 2 first appearances. I think the one on the bottom is a new villain, and the one on the character on top is White Cat, I want to say, and that's a new character that's also being introduced. So we have potentially 2 first appearances in this one. And here's the White Cat 1 in 10 Terran Clark design variant. So I'm going to be picking that one up. And there's also the Peach Momoko Inari first appearance variant. So I'm definitely going to be picking these up. You know, you never know when a character hits or not. And, you know, if it does, hey, I have them. If it doesn't, I still love this series and I'm reading it and I like these covers. I'm a Peach Momoko fan, so no issue picking these up for me. Next, we have Star Wars, Dr. Aphra, Chaos Agent number 3. This is cover A by Ejikuri. Great cover right here. I want to say Ejikuri did the first 3 cover A's. I know he did at least number 2. May have done number 1 as well. I'm pretty sure he did, but yeah, these are really great covers. I have not cracked these open yet. I've been catching up on a lot of my books and I've almost caught up on everything, which, as I've said before, as somebody with ADHD and dyslexia, is really hard. Even though they're just comic books, it is not easy for me to stay current. So this one is one that I have had to put on the wayside. I will catch up on it, but almost everything else I'm almost completely caught up on, so I'm getting there. Here we have Ultimate Spider-Man number 20. This is cover A by Marco Cielletto. I'm still loving the Ultimate Spider-Man. It has slowed down a little bit, but I'm still, you know, I'm invested in the story. It's been great, and I'm going to keep getting it. Here we have X-Men number 21. This is cover A, the Nitho Diaz cover. So this is another one that I've had to put on the back burner. I want to say I am way back to issue 12 on this one. I am caught up on Uncanny X-Men. What was it, 18 that just came out this week? I did finish that one. I am caught up on there. This is the other X-Men series I'm reading other than Psylocke and Magic. So this one I did fall behind on. I want to say it was right around the time of the X-Men Manhunt. That one, that's where I fell off on this one. So this is another series I need to get caught up on. And here we have the J. Scott Campbell Just Spectacular collection. And as I said in my previous videos, I'm just going to be picking up cover A on this one. I love Campbell. I love his art. But like I said, I feel like that Mary Jane cover, he took his time to do. That seems to be everyone's favorite cover so far. And the rest of these, I'm not saying he, just did whatever. I'm sure he took his time on these, but that one he really took his time. And these felt like maybe he didn't have as much time anymore, and he just had to get the art out. But this one is actually a really nice Storm cover. I'm gonna pick it up, but I'll be skipping the 1 in 100 on this. Here we have Red Shirts, number 2. This is cover A by Chris Sheehan. Issue 1 was really good. I really liked it. As a Trekkie, of course, I was gonna love it, but I've been hearing a lot of people who are not Trekkies actually really enjoy it. They've had fun with it. Almost all of these covers are great, amazing covers. Again, I wish we had a blank sketch variant so I could take it to a con and have some of my favorite artists do them, but maybe we'll get lucky and this sells relatively well where we'll get a second printing blank sketch cover, but we'll see what happens. But I did like this. If you're a Trekkie, pick it up and give it a read. If you're not, but you're into sci-fi, and most of us, even if you're not a Trekkie, most of the lore. We all know red shirts die first. We all know stormtroopers can't shoot, so give it a shot. Here we have the 1 in 10 Rod Reeves variant. Really cool cover right there. I really like that one. I'm guessing that's the creature that we kept hearing about in issue 1. And we have cover B, the Megan Levins Federation recruitment variant. So this is supposed to be a Federation poster like the one of number 1, Una, who's says join Starfleet, that we saw in Star Trek. What was it? It was season 2 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, Those Old Scientists. Really good episode. One of my favorite episodes in all of Star Trek. I really like that one. But this is a great poster cover right here. And we have Star Trek Voyager Homecoming, number 1. This is cover A by Angel Hernandez. This is, of course, we have Captain Janeway here, just looking out the window, probably in her quarters or her ready room, waiting for her coffee to be done. If you know anything about Janeway, she loved her coffee. Picard was a tea, Janeway was her coffee. And here we have cover B by David Nakayama, as we have 7 of 9 here on the cover. There's also a 1 in 25 Virgin variant of this, but the trade here really doesn't block too much art. You're blocking a little bit of Janeway's hair and maybe some of those, whatever that coloring is in the background, but it doesn't really cover up the characters, so I'm fine with it. I don't need the 1 in 25. If I can find it for $10, I'll pick it up. And that's it, guys. That's my FOC. So let's go over the totals. I have 4 DC. I'm very surprised, guys. I always felt like I picked up a lot of DC. Whenever I go through my short boxes, I have just about as many DC boxes as I do Marvel and Indie. But I guess lately, maybe DC's not putting out as much that I'm reading. I don't know, but only 4 DC, 13 Indies, 12 Marvel, 17 variants, 5 ratios. So I went up on ratios. I want to say last week I only had 1 ratio. And in total, I have 29 books on my FOC. So again, I went back up after 4 straight weeks of going down, but I'm still managing to keep it under 30. Like I said, I blame Star Trek. There was 5 on there. So I would have been at 24, which I think was the same as, no, 1 more than last week. So I'm blaming Star Trek. Guys, I appreciate y'all. Please hit the like and subscribe. Click the bell notifications. My future shows, follow my future shows. On Wednesdays, I have my new comic book day haul videos that I post up. On Friday, you can find me on Off the Shelf. It's a live stream. I stream with Kingdom of Nerds, Bruce from Kingdom of Nerds. We usually have Matt from Heroes for Hire Comic Club on there. And we have a bunch of guests, and we play Pop Culture Jeopardy. And we also just talk about comic books, comic book news, things like that. It's a great time. So, you know, you can catch us on Kingdom of Nerds, but I also stream it on mine. So if you're watching my video and you want to watch it on mine so I can get some view hours up, I would appreciate it. On Saturdays, it's my FOC video. So guess what? If you're watching this and it just got uploaded, it's probably a Saturday. On Sunday, I have Snail Mail Sunday. I usually post that early in the morning. Not too early, around 8 or so. I have that posting. It's basically your straight up unboxing video. I call it Snail Mail Sunday. I open up the packages that I've saved over the week, you know, that I've gotten, and then we just see what all I grabbed. And also on Sunday, I have another live show, the other comic show, also with Kingdom of Nerds with Brucifer, also with Matt from Heroes for Hire Comic Book Club. And that show is a longer show. We do FOCs, we do top covers of the week. We review 3 books that have come out during the week, you know, give our opinions. Sometimes we like them, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we're split on it, but, you know, it's a good time. Bruce likes to say the comic show where we actually read comic books because we always have homework to read. But yeah, come and stop by. That's probably my favorite show of the week. It's a nice way just to end the weekend before you start the week. And, you know, we have a good time on that show. Again, guys, I appreciate if you hit and like, subscribe. You know, leave me a comment about what you thought of my FOC list. Do you still think that it's way too high and I need to cut a lot of stuff out? You know, or is there something that you have on your FOC that I just don't have, and you think I should give it a read, that you think I might like it based on some of the stuff you read and some of the stuff I read? I appreciate you guys. You know, I appreciate everyone who's watching. Pops, you're always the first one to leave a comment, to leave me a like. I appreciate your support. It keeps me motivated. Sometimes that's the only one I get, but I appreciate you for it. So again, guys, y'all have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see y'all next time.